Welcome back to Show Us Your T.D'S. I'm doing great this week because I'm still number one. So if you need advice on drafting next year, come to me. We're here to talk about the week's past, present, and future of football and fantasy football. And no, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm not talking about you. You're not the future. You're more like that annoying kid on the bench the coach in gym class makes people pick first, so he won't feel left out because he's always being picked last. Melky, how you doing down there?
I am doing splendid. And you know what? Remember, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. But no, I'm doing well. Honestly, home fries. We've had some gorgeous weather. I can't complain about the weather. I've been downing a lot of milk and cookies over the past couple of weeks. It's caused me to fart a lot in the bedroom. So
it's getting that time, it's Christmas, milk and cookies, man.
Yeah, like that up. And by the way, that episode is out on YouTube. That's Milk and Cookies, episode 4, farting in the bedroom with your man Big Poppy, aka El Jefe, and yourself Melky. So cop that.
There you go.
Let's get into a recap of fantasy and what's coming next. Yeah. Give it to me now. 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 Well, yeah. So
that stopped.
That stopped.
That's all good.
Yeah, so I definitely don't want to lick you from your head to your toes, but I want to get into your fantasy, Goobie. How did you do last week? Tell the viewers.
If people don't know beforehand, that was the start of What Is Your Fantasy by Ludacris. Little technical difficulties, but hey, it is what it is.
Just a tad.
Well, as you guys know by my intro, I won again. So that keeps me up on first place, sitting at 6-3 this year. So far, only 2 people up there. The other person knows shit about football and her quarterback sucks. So, I'm looking to, keep it up there.
As Chris would say, take the number 1 spot.
Yeah. But, yeah, so you know what? McCaffrey's back. Got me 27 points. You know what though? He is questionable with a shoulder injury, so let's hope for the best. I don't even know. Is he out or is he in? I didn't check. He's doubtful this week. That's why I kept Mike Davis. I will thank again someone I think last week or the week before was ragging on his ass, my Lord and Savior, Josh Allen. Thank you very much for putting up 46 points. I appreciate it. And then Travis Kelce. You know what? This is why I drafted you second, as my second pick. Though we are in a keeper league, so McCaffrey was technically my first pick, and then it was Derrick Henry. But there's a reason why I picked Travis Kelce. He's consistently putting up 15, 16 points. He's like a wide receiver. So, you know what? Next year, draft him. Draft him early. And then, the shittiest thing is AB put up 3 points. Antonio Brown. Thanks. I appreciate it. Didn't really need it, but it was better than Darius Slayton's 0.8. So I was going to start Eric Ebron. He put up 8 points against the Dallas Cowboys, but that was a last-minute touchdown. So, but yeah, I'm doing great. How was your fantasy week, Melky?
Honestly, I squeaked one by like your silent farts. Like, it was that close. I beat tight end Timmy 96.70 to 96.45. So I won by 0.25. So I'll take the win. I'm desperate right now. My team is falling apart. It's almost a dumpster fire. But I would like to thank Mr. Herbert for throwing up 30.70 points. I'd also like to thank Stephon Diggs, for his 11.8 points. And special shout out. I never thought I'd be doing this. Special shout out, and I'm on my hands and knees thanking Jesus to Jerry Jeudy of the Denver Broncos for a whopping 18.50 points. My savior. You talk about Josh Allen being your Lord and Savior. This man saved my bacon. So I was able to get one by Tim. I mean, they didn't move in the standings, but I still have a playoff spot, so I'll hold on to that for now.
Yeah, well, you squeaked one by out of tight end Timmy's ass, I guess.
Yep.
But it looks like you did okay, but you're hurting. You're hurting. So, what's your matchup looking like next week? Or I guess this week.
I'm glad you asked. So, folks, it is a rematch of week 1 between myself and my partner in crime, Sir Goobster. And let's just say I am shaking my tail feather right now because I don't know who's healthy. I don't know what the fuck's going on right now, but I have a puncher's chance of winning. So, damn.
You know what though? You gotta. I will say this. I was gonna be cocky. Not really cocky. More of a like. If McCaffrey was playing, I don't think you had a shot. No, but with McCaffrey being doubtful, you never know now. It's a toss-up. Derrick Henry's not doing so well in the past few games. Adam Thielen hasn't been putting up the points. Josh Allen's got Arizona. That's going to be a tough one. A.J. Brown's got Indy. Thielen's got Chicago. Obviously, Derrick Henry's got Indy. Mike Davis has got Tampa Bay. The only plus side I have right now is Eric Ebron's playing Cincinnati and Robert Woods is playing Seattle. And that means Kelsey, he is on a bye. So,
but if you aren't aware of, Big Ben is on the COVID list, so he may or may not play. So that might hinder Ebron's performance, but you never know.
Exactly. So yeah, you probably might squeak one by this week. I won't lie. It's not looking very good for me. A lot of my players are playing top defenses.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you still have the edge, but I feel like our quarterback matchup is probably the best matchup with Herbert and Allen. But on everything else, you pretty much have me beat in terms of wide receivers, running backs. I'll probably take the tight end. And yes, I do have a tight end. I haven't been to jail.
No one wants to know that. Keep that to yourself.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you know what though? I will say that I'm probably gonna smoke your ass.
I don't think so, because what happened in week 1? And you had your full team.
I don't know what happened week 1. I don't even fucking. Let's go back a little bit.
Let's rewind.
I played Carson Wentz. That's what happened week 1.
Well, first of all, that sounds like a you problem, and secondly,
AJ Brown got injured that week.
Uh-huh.
Did he not?
You hear the world's
AJ Brown got injured.
You hear the world's smallest violin right now.
Derrick Henry put up only 13 points. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, I think 10, 13.
It was a high-scoring affair, too.
If I played Josh Allen, I still would have lost. Yeah. So, I think that is what it is. We all know you don't have Elliott anymore, so he's not going to put the points. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not going to put up fucking 19 points. I already made fun of him, okay? He's fucking garbage. He's that little bench kid on the fucking bench where the coach is like, you guys need to pick him first because he's been complaining to his mommy about fucking not being able to play with. So, you know what? Just pick him up. Just let him play first.
Bro, he would do circles around both of us with his eyes closed and with no legs. So,
by the time he gets around me, he'd be too tired, okay?
You said it, not me. But like,
Hey, you said it earlier. What is it? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I make dents. Okay? Dents in the floor.
Right. Either way, man, I don't wish you good luck because obviously I want to win. And I probably won't speak to you at all on Sunday when all these games are going down. But just know, if I win, I will be ringing your phone off the hook. And I don't give a damn if you're sleeping. I will be calling you and leaving a harsh voice message.
First of all weekend from Friday to Sunday, I won't even be answering my phone because PlayStation 5 comes out. So it doesn't even matter. I'll be busy fucking playing PlayStation 5, Assassin's Creed, and my phone's going to be on mute. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a booty call. PlayStation 5 comes first, okay? Sorry.
You don't care if your tight end needs some loving?
My tight end never gets any loving. And
I don't
nor
know,
will it ever.
I don't know, pegging is a big thing this year, so.
No, not happening. Not happening, okay? I got fucking no. I'm not even no.
Either way, man, good luck to you. Let's shake on it.
All right, buddy. 1, 2, 3.
But just know I hate you and I wish your team would get COVID. So.
I hate you and I wish your team would just die. Because, I mean, if they get COVID, they might have a chance to play. Who knows?
Who knows, man?
But if they die, they don't. I actually really don't. Please, no one die. I don't want anybody dying, okay?
We don't advocate death and COVID on this podcast. We are just chirping each other because we want to win.
Unless you're Stephon Diggs and James Conner and Johnson and Hawkinson and Herbert and I don't even know who the fuck that is, Judy. Okay, Forbath and all the New Orleans defense. Just no. What? Just say you're sick and can't play. Okay. But yeah, you know what? And you know what though? If they're all sick and can't play, guess what? It's the bench players that get to play. Woo! And that brings us to Bench Wars. Okay, everybody. If you don't know what it is, we pick shitty ass fucking players that don't really play much, third string, second strings, that sit on the bench of our fantasy team and or your fantasy team. We play them against each other. I really don't know what the score is because I haven't been keeping tabs. It's what, 1-1?
No, it's 2-1 for moi.
2-1 for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will go first. We are doing a tight end matchup. Okay.
Of course we are.
Why is this podcast all about tight ends? I don't know. If you got a tight end, send me pictures as long as you're a girl. Okay. Gronk. I'm picking Gronkowski versus the Panthers. Okay. If you're a girl, please send me tight ends. It's been a while. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm picking Gronkowski versus the Panthers. He's what, the third string tight end, so yeah.
Second string because they got.
Is he?
Yeah, because they got Brait. I mean, I would even throw Gronk above Brait, but whatever.
No, he's got OJ Howard, doesn't he?
OJ Howard's out for the year, buddy.
Oh well. Hopefully that happens to some of your team. But yeah, so Gronkowski. I think he's gonna put up a magnificent score of 9 points with 1 touchdown.
Okay, well, that's a good pick, actually. So for mine, I'm going with a Green Bay Packer, Robert Tonyan.
No one knows who that is.
Well, tight end Timmy had him on his team, so he knew who he was, or is. And I'm projecting, my fearless forecast for this motherfucker is 40 yards with a whopping 7 points. Because I feel like the Jaguars can't even cover or catch a cold. So this guy might be open. I mean, Devontae Adams is back. He looks like the best wide receiver right now in the game. So, yeah, maybe this guy has a chance. But either way, I don't give a fuck. Bench Wars. I'm looking to go 3-1. Rob Gronkowski and the rest of the Bucs can suck it.
I'm almost gonna owe you a 4-pack.
Almost.
Oh man.
But you know who probably drank more than a 4-pack last week? Your boy, your savior, Josh Allen.
Oh yeah.
We're here to bring you week 9 of the NFL highlights, and this man starts off in a big way, leading his team over Seattle, which are no joke. 44-34 epic win. This man posted 415 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, rushed for 4 yards, and had a rushing touchdown. Goobie, this guy's on your team. He's probably your El Capitan. Break it down for us on his performance.
He is not my El Capitan. My El Capitan's always fucking injured, Mr. Christian McCaffrey. But he is my co-captain. Honestly, Josh Allen, man, I what can I say? You needed a game, and you had a game. We all know that the fucking Seattle Seahawks were known for their defense, but not this year. This year, their defense is terrible. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they're putting up points, but it's a question of can the other team keep up with the points? And most teams can. This league is full of hot talent and young talent, and Josh Allen's one of them. So, yeah, kudos to him. I know he's got Stephon Diggs. I don't know exactly what Stephon Diggs did. I can look it up right here on the matchup. 11.8 points. So I'm assuming a touchdown and some yards.
No
touchdowns. 110.
110 yards. Yeah.
118. Sorry.
But yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what, Josh Allen, he's killing it this year. Other than the past couple games, everybody has their down games. It looks good. But you know what? Speaking of defenses. Melky, do you think Miami is the real deal?
Man, Miami, I think they're the real deal. That game against Arizona, what a comeback. And Tua actually looked pretty good. But, man, their defense strikes again. A fumble recovery for a touchdown. They're no joke. Miami's coming. I never thought I would live the day to say that Miami is coming. And you know what? The Bills should be careful because I'm pretty sure they play each other again real soon, and Miami is someone to be feared. They're exciting to watch. I haven't been excited about Miami since Ace Ventura, when Dan Marino guest starred in that movie.
Laces out. Laces out. Actually, speaking of laces out, you know what? There was a fucking miscue. I think last week or this week, someone didn't put the laces out. Okay.
Well, they obviously haven't seen Ace Ventura because fuck, you don't fuck up. But yeah, no, Miami looks great. They're talented all over the ball, like defensively. So good on them. Watch out.
You're speaking of Tua Tagovailoa, blah blah blah. Yeah, exactly how it's pronounced. Fucking spot on with that. Okay. Mm-hmm. 20 for 28 passes, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he looked pretty good. He got 27.8 fantasy points or something like that. So you know what? He's definitely a benchable quarterback. If you knew quarterback, I'm talking about you, Hot Tub Time Machine. Okay, talking about you, Lisa. You need a quarterback, pick him up and or trade for fucking Cousins or Allen.
Or you can trade for Big Ben, who has COVID, but he will shake that off. So yeah, hit me up.
Metcalf. I just want Metcalf. That's all I want. Okay, that's all anybody wants.
That's the only person I want on our team is DK.
Anyways, but yeah, no, Miami looks really good, man. I believe that they're the real deal. I don't know if they're going to be the real deal this year, but they will be the real deal next year.
I think they're the wild card team. They're fun to watch, and Tua doesn't have to do a lot. That defense bails him out. So they've got the right mixes there, and they're exciting. You know what? Look out, AFC.
Yeah, buddy. But you know what? What about the Saints versus the Bucks game?
You mean the Bucks that could barely muster any points and put up a measly 3?
Yeah, I'm talking about that game.
Pathetic. And
It
do you
was
think
terrible.
Antonio Brown is to blame?
No, he had a few misses and lost routes, but you know what? He looked pretty good out there. He was reaching for the ball. He had some good catches. I think he had like 2 or 3 or 4 catches or something like that. He only put up 31 yards or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I don't blame Antonio Brown because you know what? He he shouldn't he shouldn't be the one to blame because he just came into that system. Um, and you can't blame someone who just comes into the team and expect him to be knowing every single play that they have. It's impossible. I know him and Tom Brady are living together right now and have
Yeah.
that
Yeah, they're tight
camaraderie.
end buddies.
What's that?
They're tight end buddies.
Yeah, they are definitely tight end buddies.
I got a
But
couple.
you know what? They said he was going to get 30 snaps.
Uh-huh.
He had 39 out of 50 snaps for 78% of being on the field for that offense. So they're looking to have him as a big player out there, whether it be for a double team or for the big plays. Tom Brady, I think, is more the one to blame for that loss. Plus, for AB's bad performance in fantasy, because Tom Brady underthrew a 40-something yard pass to AB, which, if you actually looked at the replay, AB was out in front, and if he caught that, that would have been at least a 70-yard touchdown.
Oh, I got a couple questions for you. So, do the Saints have the Bucks number? Because this is their second time beating up on them this
Yes.
season. And second question: is there such a thing as too much talent on a team? Because you got Mike Evans, you got Chris Godwin, now you got AB, you got Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, Fournette, Rojo. I've heard through the grapevine that Evans and Godwin are not happy especially with the acquisition of AB. So, do you think there's too much talent where old man Brady doesn't know where to go half the time, or like, what do you think? What's your stance on it?
There can be too much talent, but Fournette is not the talent. Okay, just saying. Fournette, you suck. You fucked me for like 2 years in a row. So fuck you. But yeah, no, it could be too much talent. It could be button heads between, good players. But realistically, there's no such thing as too much talent. Look at the Chicago Bulls back in the 90s, right? Like, freaking Jordan was killing it. Look at freaking what's up? Were you going to say something?
It was only Jordan, Pippen. Okay, so it was Jordan, Pippen, and Horace Grant for the first 3. And it was Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman for, the other. I mean, yeah, they had some great pieces like Steve Kerr, John Paxton. But those 3 knew they were the echelon and everyone else were the fillers. On this Bucks team, there's 4 Pro Bowlers in Gronk, and Evans, and Godwin, AB. Has Fournette been a Pro Bowler? He probably has.
Probably at some point in his life.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, you say that, but I mean, you kind of look back at the Romo days of the Cowboys. They were pretty good. They were winning their division, and they had at one point 13 or 14 Pro Bowlers on the offense alone.
At the same time.
Sure, not the offense. Offense and defense.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's about too much talent. Godwin, yeah, you're talented, but you're not a number one. Mike Evans is number one. AB's just there because freaking Tom Brady wants him there, and it brings media. I think it brings media attention to the Bucks.
Well, they said stability too because everyone's been hurt. Like Evans is hurt, Godwin's hurt.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it's too much talent. I think it's just I think when they go up against a good team that can score as many points as they want, they get fucked.
Well, speaking of getting fucked, Cam's comeback.
Oh yeah, the Jets getting fucked again. We saw that coming.
What? Can you believe it took them forever to like muster up 30 points? It took them to the end to get 30 points to beat the woeful Jets. I have a conspiracy theory on that, which I'll get into later. But I got a couple questions again for you. Should the Pats feel fortunate? And are the Pats a playoff team?
Yes, and maybe. If Cam plays well, they can be a playoff team. If Cam plays shit, they will not be a playoff team. I do want to add, though, that the Jets do not have a tight end. They are fucking wide open, and fucking you can just run right through that because, yeah, they're shit.
Yeah, no, they're, as our favorite word, they're a dumpster fire, and I'm still shocked Adam Gase has a job, because if you and I ever perform like that in any type of job, we would have been sent up the river a long time ago. So
yeah,
he must be great with his hands, and he must be good on his knees, because he still has a fucking job, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, the Jets are just shit, and the comeback was good. I mean, I watched a little bit of the game, but yeah, there's not really much I can say about it. Like, it's the Jets. But you know what? We have a long overdue segment. I'm talking about that delicious, smooth, milky M&M's. No, I ain't talking about the candy. I'm talking about that milky Miscues.
I was talking about the candy, but but you heard the man Goobie. It's another installment, backed by popular demand. I take the top boneheaded plays in the NFL and emphasize how ridiculous they are with the white flag tossing, like so. So I'm gonna go from 4 to 1 as I picked my top 4 for last week, and I'm gonna start with the Los Angeles Chargers wide receivers who can't catch balls in the red zone. Mike Williams and Donald Parkham Jr. They dropped both touchdowns in the red zone, and Parkham Jr.'s would have been the game winner, as I don't know if you saw it. It was in his hands, and then it basically fumbled out. I honestly think for this week, I hope in the film sessions they're watching the movie Little Giants, and they're taking. Oh, that's a classic. And they're taking notes on putting glue on your hands, but not to clap after the huddle. So that way they can catch the damn ball, get me more fucking points next time for Herbert. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think there was one play though. I could be wrong. Mike Williams knocked himself out, did he not?
He got concussed right after.
Yeah, so that's kind of not his fault for not catching that ball, because that would have been a touchdown play. When you get knocked out, it's not like you're gonna be like, oh fuck, I gotta hold on to this ball.
No, he got knocked out after he dropped it.
No, he got knocked out while dropping it.
No, it was he had it and then it fumbled and then he smacked his head and then
I don't see him playing next week, so you won't have to worry about him not catching no balls.
He won't be making any miscues. But Chargers wide receivers learn how to catch a damn ball. Number 3, Joe Flacco's interception to give the Pats life again. So Joe Flacco turned back to Joe Fluco and decided to go deep as he was playing out of his mind. And it was like the old school Flacco from Baltimore.
Super Bowl from Flacco.
Yeah, exactly. And he decided to heave a deep ball to Denzel Mims with two corners on him, 2 defensive players on him, which translated into an INT. So that was a huge miscue because all you had to do was coast, short gain, run the ball, and he decided to be a hero. So the Jets can't do anything right, but I have a conspiracy theory. I honestly think he was told to do that. I honestly think they're tanking to get Mr. Lawrence in the draft this year. But either way, Jets, Joe Fluco, that was a
Miscue.
What do you think?
One, if you're tanking to get somebody and you're the quarterback and you're told to do something like that, I'd be like, yo, fuck you. This is my job. So, yeah. I don't think they're tanking at this point. I think they're just terrible. But
they are terrible, but come on. You're a veteran quarterback, and why would you decide to heave it to Denzel Mims when there's two guys? You could clearly see the two defensive backs on him. You really think he was going to make that catch?
Why would Seattle throw the ball against New England in the Super Bowl when they have the best running back in the league, fucking Skittles, on the fucking 2-yard line?
You need to ask Pete Carroll that.
Because NFL players and coaches are stupid.
Well, speaking of being stupid, number one is a stupid play, but we'll get to that. Number two, which is quite hilarious. I hope you've seen the video. Phillip Rivers' worst tackling attempt of all time. So Taylor was running the ball, and he fumbles it, and it's recovered by the defense. So Rivers is the last man left. But instead of tackling, he loses his footing and falls flat on his ass, allowing the defensive player to go in for a touchdown. So, Phillip Rivers, you've been in the league forever. You're as old as dirt. To be a QB, I'm pretty sure your footing has to be up to par. So, bro, that was an epic miscue. You need to get some coordination or just fucking retire. What do you think?
I didn't really see the play, so I'm not sure. But from what you said, again, players in the NFL, coaches are stupid.
I don't know, man. It's just all you have to do was stop the guy. You didn't have to look like a jackass.
What can I say?
But number one, you'll get a great kick out of this. Lions played 10 defenders instead of 11, and it translated into a 70-yard Dalvin Cook touchdown run. So my question to you is, does anyone know how to count in Detroit?
No. It's Detroit.
It was mind-boggling. You get because in the league you get penalized for too many men on the field, but you get called a dumbass when you don't have enough. Matt Patricia is on borrowed time. I don't know why he still has a job too, but that was my biggest miscue of the segment.
And like I said, NFL players and coaches are stupid. Look at Vince Young's IQ.
There's a reason this man is not in the NFL.
I'm sorry, but isn't he like... Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there, but yeah.
Probably shouldn't drop that word, but yeah, I've heard through other sources and other media outlets that he's got the
IQ of a potato.
No, that's giving him too much credit.
Oh man. He's a bust.
Yeah, he's a big bust. Tennessee. I mean, luckily you have Derrick Henry to make you forget about the pain of Vince Young, but those are some hard times. Some hard times.
Yeah, buddy.
What a joke.
Oh, that's funny.
But here's our favorite segment. Well, this is my favorite segment. I always love doing this. We focused on a certain position for this one. It's boom or bust, QB edition. Goobie, take it away with your first boom or bust.
All right, my first boom or bust. I'm gonna have to do it because he's on my team and he's playing okay. So you may think, hey, Minnesota with Cook back, they'll just run the ball. Well, you're absolutely correct. They're gonna just fucking run the ball. He's a bust this week versus the Chicago Bears. He's ranked QB number 21 with 182 points this year for fantasy. I see the Bears pressuring him hard this week, and it'll be a close game. So there'll be no reason to stay off Cook. They're gonna need to run the ball. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout by Chicago, where Kirk Cousins is gonna have to start throwing the ball more and get those long yardages and everything. It's not gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a close game. They're gonna stay on Cook. They're gonna do a couple yards here or there. Though I will give you an upside to next week. He plays the Dallas Cowboys. Start his ass. And if you're like me and you have Josh Allen, who's on a bye week, you put fucking Cousins in against Dallas Cowboys. He's a must start on week 11, but for week 10, he is a bust. Melky?
Kirk, first Cousins. I'm only labeling him a boom as long as Dalvin Cook is in the lineup. If you can smell what that man's cooking, Kirk Cousins is actually useful because he doesn't have to do anything. He really doesn't. It's the Cook show. Therefore, it's less mistakes, less Kirk Cousins mistakes. He just has a higher ceiling. He can be a game clock manager because if you leave everything up to him, he's gonna blow it spectacularly because he's a bum. That's why Washington never paid him. They would just franchise tag him. And this is why Minnesota is probably regretting signing him too. So as long as he has Dalvin Cook, I'm going to label him as a boom because he doesn't have to do shit.
Well, there you go. He's a boom and a bust. Who knows? Like I said, he's mediocre. So you know what? He might get you 20, 25 points this week, but I don't see him being more than that.
Well, Dalvin Cook's boom is about to go bust in him. So
in his tight end.
And this tight end.
We are definitely calling this episode tight end.
I actually already have a name for it, but
damn it. Anyways, let's go on with your boomer bust this week.
I'm gonna go with last year's MVP, Lamar Jackson. Now he has not been hot lately. His numbers last week were 170 yards and 58 rushing yards with one rushing TD. You know what? I'm going to label him as a boom and give him the benefit of the doubt because as long as he has his legs, as long as his legs work, his team has a shot at winning. He's actually got a favorable schedule coming up, so that should help him. And he's league MVP last year for a reason. I feel teams are figuring him out and they're forcing him to throw, but I think he's gonna find a way to get it all together and get it together quick because if they don't, they're done. Pittsburgh is great. Cleveland for some reason keeps winning. The AFC is no joke, so I feel like he's gonna get it together. I'm gonna label him as a boom, give him the benefit of the doubt. What do you think?
I agree with you. He's gonna be a boom this week. I never see anything wrong with Jackson. So it's Lamar. It's Baltimore. They're doing great. Their defense is great, which helps them stay on the field as an offense. So the more offense you got, the better. So I agree. He's a boom. I got another, young and up and comer. I guess he's not an up and comer. He's been there. I got Deshaun Watson this week. Though this man does not have the best wide receiver anymore, he's still putting up consistent numbers in the passing game. Deshaun Watson's 7th amongst QBs this year in fantasy with 241 total points. I'm going to label him as a boom this week, facing the Browns, who are on a 3-game losing streak. What do you think?
Oh, I'm going to agree with you. I think Deshaun Watson has found his stride. He posted, it was the woeful Jaguars, but he posted 281 yards, passing yards, threw for 2 touchdowns, had 50 rushing yards. With Bill O'Brien getting the can, his offense has hiked up big time. He has 11 touchdowns since the firing, and before that he only had 6. This new offense is allowing him to throw downfield. Him and Brandon Cooks have a new rapport, and I think honestly Cooks and Fuller are quietly forming a new 1-2 punch out in Houston. Like, yeah, they're not maybe in the top 5 in 1-2 punches, but it's a nice tandem to have. So you're seeing why Deshaun Watson is paid like a top 5 quarterback. He's actually looking like one. So I'm going to label him a boom as well.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you with the head coach change and just the offensive change. It's looking pretty good for him. You know, imagine what this man could have done with freaking DeAndre Hopkins still there.
Yeah, well, maybe if O'Brien didn't trade him for a bag of fucking peanuts or whatever. Like, probably one of the dumbest trades in NFL history. This man should never, ever get a job again. Just saying.
Oh, man. All right, what's your last one, buddy?
I'm going to pick everyone's favorite Detroit Lions quarterback, Matthew Stafford. And this man is a bust for so many reasons. Last week, he had a pathetic 211 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. He has a difficult schedule. Galladay's out again. And Matt Patricia stinks as a head coach. I feel Stafford there's no way for him to succeed in his offense. Stafford really should ask for a trade in the offseason. Like I said, no one can count in Detroit apparently from our miscues. It's time for him to go. It's not working. Yeah, you're sorry, Matt Stafford. You're a bust, and Lisa, you're a bust for picking him up.
You know what? Stafford has been putting up consistent fantasy points, but he's not like an all-star fantasy point person. Like he never was. Even when he had Megatron, he wasn't an all-star fantasy quarterback. I should know. I had him.
I don't agree with that. I think he was a stud when Megatron was in his prime. The problem was he focused only on Megatron. So it was either do or die. It was do or die with Megatron, but he hasn't had a wide receiver like Megatron. Everybody gets hurt in Detroit, or maybe they just don't want to be there. Because I wouldn't want to be there because Detroit stinks.
Yeah, I was gonna say Detroit's pretty terrible. I mean, it's Detroit. What can I say? The only good thing that came out of Detroit was Eminem.
Yeah, you get a second white flag
and I'm still not talking about the candy. Okay? Yes, I'm fat. Just because I talk about M&Ms doesn't mean I like M&Ms. Okay, we're Canadian. We eat Smarties.
Fuck Smarties. I'm all about M&Ms. The peanut ones. You can't go wrong with peanut M&Ms.
I fucking love peanut M&Ms. Okay, that's my shit.
Yeah.
I don't eat popcorn at movie theaters. I just get a bag of peanut M&Ms.
No, you know what's good? Mixing both of them together, having a buttery bag of popcorn, and throwing in some peanut M&Ms. You get the salty and the sweet, that savory mix. Oh, bro.
I miss going to the movies.
I
Fuck
do
you,
too.
COVID.
Well, remember what was the last? I think the last movie I saw was with you.
What, Bad Boys 3?
Yeah, he's in that cocoa butter.
You know what? Speaking of those bad boys, I want to talk about some fucking bad teams. You know what? Let's get into our toonie bets. And my toonie bet this week is the Giants over the Eagles. Okay, bad teams, bad fucking teams. Okay, I don't know why I'm picking this. I looked at the schedule. There were no fucking underdog games. The Jets are on a bye. I think the Cowboys are on a bye. There was nothing. I had no bold prediction. So I'm picking the shittiest team in the shittiest division to win against the leader in the division, the Eagles.
I think the Cowboys are the shittiest team in that division right now. I'd pick the G-Men over the Cowboys.
Didn't we beat the G-Men? So
Barely.
it doesn't matter. We won. Okay. Just saying.
Man,
we won just like I'm beating your ass in the regular season. By the way, we never talked about this. I'm beating you 4 out of 7. Okay? 4 out of 7.
4 out of 7? Steven. Didn't you just say on the chat that we were tied if you count playoffs?
If you count the playoffs.
Okay, so 4 and 3. It's about to be tied. Just remember what I did to you. Fitzmagic, baby, all day. Fucking whomped your monkey ass.
Go ahead. Pick Fitzmagic up. I fucking dare you.
He's not playing. Tua's playing.
That's my point. Go pick him up and play him.
Nah, I think I'm good with Herbert. You're just afraid Herbert's going to release his magic.
Herbert needs to release his fucking tight end. Okay?
What? Your boy Hunter Henry?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I love Hunter Henry. He's fucking great.
Yeah, no, you'd suck his dick for coke. No, I'm just kidding.
I seen him.
Well, getting into my bet, I always go with the gimme. Actually, I lost last week for the first time because I picked Arizona to beat Miami, so that was my first loss. But I'm going. What's that?
I win.
No, you picked.
I almost won. Okay,
you were that close. The
Cowboys almost pulled it off. Okay, everybody would have seen me as a fucking god if I picked that game and they won. Okay?
You would have been a hero. But I'm going back to my my roots, and I'm picking a gimme. I'm picking the Packers over the Jaguars. This is a no-brainer. Jaguars are a dog's breakfast. Rodgers is on a mission. And nothing like home cooking. It's a home game. And there's a reason why Jacksonville and Florida itself is America's wing. So go Cheeseheads. A big win. Just to solidify Rodgers as one of the best.
One of the best. Not the best.
One of the best. He's up there.
He is up there. I agree. The Packers are going to destroy the Jaguars. That could have been my bold prediction, but you know what? You already had it, so I was like, yeah, I'll let him have it.
Well, I changed it. I had a different game. I had Detroit actually beating Washington. When I looked at that, I'm like, ugh, that just is horrible.
I want to change my game on the fly right here. Is that okay?
Go ahead. Tell him, Goobie.
All right. I want you all to look me in the eyes. The Cowboys are going to lose on the bye. Yeah. They're going to lose 37-0.
Physically impossible, but okay.
They're going to lose on the bye. The next week is going to come, and they're going to have another freaking losing point. What are the Cowboys right now? 1 and 6? 2 and 7? Let's take a look at this right now. I just want to kind of get this on record, okay? Standings of the NFL, NFC. They are 2 and 7. So after this week, they're going to be 2 and 8. You're just going to see it. It's going to happen, okay? The Cowboys are going to lose. Bold prediction.
You're crazy. Introduce Boz's fucking pick.
Well, okay, everybody, Ball Walker, the man who created Toonie Bets, he always has his great bets. So we got him again on speaker with his Toonie Bet. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. Ball here for another week of Toonie Bets. First off, I can't believe that I almost blew it choosing the Pats over the Jets. Why was the game that close? Let's go Flacco, I guess. And another thing. How shit are your Cowboys? You almost beat Pittsburgh. You almost did it. But no, you cowboyed it up. Way to go, boys. Anyways, my pick this week for Toonie Bets, I'm taking one of the afternoon games. It's the Chargers at the Dolphins, and I'm taking the Dolphins at home. The Dolphins have a better home record. The Chargers are 1 and 3 away. And even though the Chargers and Herbert are putting up more points, the Dolphins' defense is 4th in points allowed. And it's Tua time. I can't stress that enough. Let's go Tua. So my pick is the Dolphins at home over the Chargers. Take care, guys.
I like it. You know what? He also just said Tua because he can't pronounce it. The last name, by the way, everybody, is Tua Tagovailoa. Okay?
If you guys can teach us how to pronounce it, you know where to find us on the Loud and Mustard podcast. Send us send us anything where we can pronounce this man's last name correctly, because it's a tongue twister. And I mean, we're having fun with it, but maybe I'd like to learn his last name.
Yeah, like the best I can do for last names, if you want to go like hard names, it's not even that hard. It used to be my cat's name, the one that passed away, TJ Husmanzada. Okay, that's a fucking great name. I'm just saying. But yeah, that's a good pick. I like that pick. Miami's defense is solid.
Well, at least you're not like Tim and you call everyone Jimmy by their first name, for one. And secondly, yeah, no, that's a solid pick. That's, you know what, the Chargers, I think I was reading a statistic earlier. They're second in one possession losses this season. They're always in the game. They're always that close, but they just can't get the job done. I guess it's when you have a young team, that's what happens. But that's going to be a nice game. That's going to be a battle of two great young quarterbacks, and I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I honestly another boom or bust for me. Tua's a boom. I think he'll do well this week, at least 30 points.
I'm gonna wait and find out what happens, because
Chargers suck.
But the Dolphins' defense is really good, and they make Tua look good. So I'm gonna wait and find out.
Yeah, no.
No, I can't believe we are into week 10. This season is moving quickly, like LeBron James's hairline. It's just that fast.
Get those plugs eventually.
The Rooney special, right? Is there anything, bro, you want to add before we go?
Yeah. If you're a girl and you want to send me your tight ends, G006IE is my Instagram. Hit me up. I'll take all girl DMs of tight ends. So, yeah. Also, check me out on the While I Had Mustard podcast. We just released a podcast last week. So, yeah, check us out. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, seriously, though, tight ends.
Well, I hope this isn't your last podcast, because you didn't specify on the age of the girls to send you their tight ends. So if you don't see Goobie next week, you know why. He might
19 plus. Okay, 19 plus. Okay, there's no 19 plus. Okay.
Hey, I
want photo evidence first of 19 plus. Okay, and yeah.
Okay, but what about, so in Bangkok, it's a luxury for, not a luxury, sorry, it's a delicacy for some of those women to have two private parts. So what type of evidence do you want? Because maybe, just maybe, it's a tranny sending you a pic of their tight end.
I need a driver's license, okay? Driver's license first, age, sex, year, okay, all of it. I want the driver's license first. You can block out your little code. I don't really care about that. I just want the driver's license, okay? I don't care if you're good looking, ugly, big, small, white, all of it black. I don't care. Send me your tight ends.
Loose end tight end, you don't care?
Loose, tight, don't matter. Okay. I'm lonely over here. I live so far away from everybody.
Yeah, you're all the way in bumfuck nowhere, but I'm pretty sure you can find some tight ends over there.
I'm sure I could, if I tried. I got the PlayStation 5 coming out, okay, Friday.
That's right. So don't bother the man this weekend, but after that...
No, you can still send me your tight ends. I just won't answer until Monday.
You're living the fucking dream, bro. But remember, everything tastes better with no pants. Happy Veterans Day to you, Yankee Doodles. Happy Remembrance Day to you, bumbling Canucks. Never forget the fallen.
Man, I was going to say something about that, but now I can't because you said that. But yeah, don't forget them.
On that note, we'll see you next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Ciao.